Prince Harry, known for his moniker Bad Boy, has recently been dubbed with a more striking epithet, traitor. The pressing question arises, is Harry truly as wayward as the media portrays, and what compelled him to depart from the royal family? Often, we hastily judge without knowing the full story, unfairly tarnishing reputations. In this matter, Harry's decision was not merely a whim. It stemmed from enduring numerous hardships within royal life, leading to a growing disillusionment and desire for emancipation. Watch this video until the end to get a more objective view of Harry. Just begin with his tragic truths. When it comes to the tragedy of Harry's life, we cannot ignore this terrible thing. He suffered from excessive press curiosity throughout his life. While life as a royal undoubtedly comes with unthinkable wealth and privilege, it also demands a high tolerance for the almost daily barrage of press attention. For Prince Harry, this scrutiny began at a very young age. From childhood, he has had to endure the incessant presence of overly inquisitive reporters and undeniably intrusive photographers. This relentless media attention is not a new phenomenon for the British royal family. The paparazzi have been a persistent and troublesome force for decades, often contributing to the tragedies and challenges faced by the royals. A 2020 TV documentary titled Lucy Worsley's Royal Photo Album, as reported by Town & Country, delved into the fraught relationship between the British paparazzi and the royal family. The documentary provided a comprehensive look at the extent to which the paparazzi have intruded into the lives of the royals, revealing the persistent and aggressive tactics used to capture every possible moment of their existence. The film underscores just how invasive and disruptive this media attention has been over the years. For Prince Harry, the intensity of media scrutiny has been particularly severe. The press has employed extreme measures, such as using drones and helicopters, to penetrate the privacy of his and his family's life. This invasive behavior escalated notably when Prince Harry began dating Meghan Markle, now the Duchess of Sussex. Despite his efforts to keep their relationship out of the public eye and protect their privacy, the relentless pursuit by the paparazzi continued unabated. The intrusion by the press has had profound personal consequences for Prince Harry and Meghan. Their every move has been closely monitored, with photographers and reporters often crossing boundaries that would be considered unacceptable for private citizens. This constant surveillance and lack of personal space have made it difficult for them to lead normal lives, contributing to a significant strain on their mental and emotional well-being. In response to the relentless hounding, Prince Harry has taken legal action against several media outlets. These lawsuits represent his efforts to push back against the invasive practices of the press and to reclaim some semblance of privacy for himself and his family. Despite these efforts, the battle for privacy remains an ongoing struggle. For Prince Harry, growing up as a direct descendant of Queen Elizabeth II, came with the immense pressure of adhering to the strict protocols and rules that define royal life. This rigorous upbringing would be challenging for any young person, but for Harry, it proved particularly constraining. While he is widely known for his bad boy image during his early adulthood, signs of his rebellious nature appeared much earlier, even at the tender age of 8. A series of letters written by Princess Diana and published in The Telegraph reveal that young Prince Harry struggled to conform to the rigid expectations placed upon him. These notes describe a boy who was constantly in trouble at boarding school, suggesting a persistent resistance to the royal code of conduct. Although the specifics of his mischief remain undisclosed, it was clear that Harry's spirit was not easily contained by the constraints of his royal upbringing. As Harry grew older, his rebellious streak became more pronounced. In his teenage years and early 20s, he gained a reputation for his love of partying and disregard for the expectations of royal decorum. This behavior earned him the label of the Rebel Prince, a moniker that both fascinated and scandalized the public and the media. His escapades were often splashed across tabloid headlines, painting a picture of a young man struggling to balance his personal identity with his royal duties. Harry's rebelliousness, however, was not merely about youthful indiscretion. It reflected a deeper struggle with the roles and responsibilities imposed upon him by his birthright. His actions can be seen as an attempt to carve out his own identity amidst the overwhelming pressures of royal life. The internal conflict between his personal desires and public obligations was a recurring theme throughout his early years. The teenage years are widely regarded as a critical period for personal development. These formative years in high school shape our personalities, friendships, and worldviews, leaving an indelible mark on our lives. However, for Prince Harry, experiencing a normal teenage life was an elusive dream. Enrolled at the prestigious boarding school Eton at the age of 13, his school life was far from typical. From the very first day at Eton, Prince Harry's experience was markedly different from that of his peers. The press, ever eager to capture every moment of his life, followed him closely as he met his teachers and explored the school grounds. This intense media scrutiny was a constant presence, making it challenging for him to blend in and enjoy the relative anonymity that most students take for granted. At Eton, Prince Harry had the privilege of his own room, a luxury not afforded to other students. However, this came with its own set of challenges. Unlike his peers, he was accompanied by a full-time bodyguard who slept in the adjoining room. This constant security presence, while necessary for his safety, further isolated him from the typical boarding school experience and underscored the unique pressures of his royal status. In 2018, The Cut interviewed some of Prince Harry's fellow Eton students, offering a glimpse into his life at the school. One student observed that while Prince William seemed to integrate well with the other students during his time at Eton, Prince Harry faced greater difficulties finding his place. This sentiment highlights the additional burdens Harry carried, perhaps exacerbated by the constant comparison to his older brother, who had previously navigated the same environment. Another former classmate noted that despite efforts by everyone at the school to make life as normal as possible for Prince Harry, true normalcy was often out of reach. His bodyguards were a permanent fixture, a visible reminder of his unique status and the associated responsibilities and dangers. Additionally, the occasional visits from Queen Elizabeth II added another layer of complexity, drawing attention and reinforcing the differences between Harry and his fellow students. In addition, Harry was under pressure to become a part of the royal family, which made him extremely miserable. Being the second or third sibling in a family can sometimes feel like living in the shadow of the eldest child, but for members of the royal family, this dynamic is magnified to an extraordinary degree. The concept of being a spare, as tragically experienced by Prince Harry, is a unique challenge that comes with its own set of pressures and complexities. As reported by People, being the spare in the royal family means that Prince Harry occupies a position of secondary importance compared to his older brother, Prince William. This designation is deeply ingrained in the monarchy's hierarchical structure, where the eldest child is the designated heir and the younger siblings are considered backups or reserves. Princess Margaret, Queen Elizabeth's sister, faced similar struggles in finding her place within the royal family. As Robert Lacey, author of Majesty and Monarch, explained, the system has historically struggled to provide adequate recognition and support for younger siblings who are not in line for the throne. The fundamental issue stems from the fact that the younger sibling of a royal heir is technically another potential heir until the older sibling has children of their own. This creates a paradoxical situation where the spare is simultaneously regarded as less important than the heir, but is still kept in reserve as a contingency. This ambiguous status places immense pressure on the spare, like Prince Harry, who must navigate a delicate balance between fulfilling their royal duties and carving out a meaningful role for themselves within the family. They are expected to be prepared to step into the spotlight if needed, yet they often lack the same level of official responsibilities and recognition as the heir. For Prince Harry, this dynamic undoubtedly created feelings of confusion, frustration, and perhaps even a sense of inadequacy. Despite his royal lineage, he struggled to find a sense of normalcy and purpose within the confines of his predetermined role as the spare. The constant comparison to his older brother and the uncertainty surrounding his future only exacerbated these feelings, making it difficult for him to forge his own identity separate from the expectations placed upon him. Clearly, the bond between Prince Harry and Prince William has long been a cornerstone of the royal family's public image. Growing up together, they shared not only a brotherly connection, but also the unique experiences and challenges of royal life. However, like any sibling, their relationship has had its ups and downs, including a significant rift that captured headlines and fueled speculation about the state of their bond. According to reports from The Sun, the rift between the two brothers reached a head in 2018 when Prince William allegedly attempted to intervene in Prince Harry's relationship with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, then known as Meghan Markle. Sources suggested that Prince Harry reacted strongly to this perceived interference, leading to tensions between the brothers. The situation escalated, with rumors of disagreements and conflicts within the royal family dominating tabloid headlines. In October 2019, Prince Harry acknowledged the strain on his relationship with Prince William during an interview for the documentary Harry and Meghan: An African Journey, as reported by Town & Country. He candidly admitted that stuff happens between siblings, acknowledging that their dynamic had indeed changed. Despite the challenges they faced, Prince Harry emphasized the enduring bond they shared as brothers, stating, "But look, we're brothers. We'll always be brothers." Prince Harry's remarks offered insight into the complexities of sibling relationships, especially within the royal context. While their bond may have been tested, he expressed optimism about the resilience of their connection and downplayed the severity of the reported rift. He also hinted at the role of media speculation in exaggerating and sensationalizing their disagreements, highlighting the challenges of navigating public scrutiny while maintaining a private family dynamic. In the aftermath of the documentary and the public acknowledgement of their strained relationship, reports emerged suggesting that Prince Harry and Prince William had begun to reconcile. Despite the challenges they faced, their shared experiences and familial ties ultimately proved stronger than any temporary conflicts. Both brothers were committed to preserving their bond and moving forward together, recognizing the importance of their relationship not only as members of the royal family but also as siblings. An event that happened in Harry's life that he will never forget is the tragic death of his mother, Princess Diana. Her untimely demise in a car accident in 1997 sent shockwaves around the world. At the time, Prince Harry was just 12 years old, and the impact of losing his mother at such a tender age was profound and life-altering. The years following her death brought to light many aspects of Princess Diana's life, painting a fuller picture of her legacy and the personal trials she faced. For her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, the loss of Princess Diana was an immense and deeply personal tragedy. It marked a turning point in their lives, leaving a void that would take years to come to terms with. The grief and trauma of losing their mother at such a young age have been subjects of much discussion and introspection in the years since. In the documentary Our Mother Diana, Her Life and Legacy, Prince Harry candidly shared his feelings about his mother's death. As reported by ABC News, he expressed the enduring pain and longing both he and his brother feel. "There's not a day that William and I don't wish that she was still around," he revealed. "We wonder what kind of a mother she would be now, and what a difference she would be making." Prince Harry's reflections in the documentary provide a poignant glimpse into the enduring impact of Diana's death on his life. He spoke about the lasting regret surrounding his final conversation with her. He confessed that he often thinks about that last phone call, wishing he had said more and expressed his love more fully. This lingering regret adds another layer to the profound sorrow he carries with him. In 2017, Prince Harry publicly disclosed his personal struggles with mental health, shedding light on a battle that had been brewing for years. Speaking to The Telegraph, he revealed that it wasn't until his late 20s that he came to terms with the fact that he needed professional help to manage his grief over his mother's death. This realization marked a significant turning point in his life, one that had been a long time coming. Prince Harry described experiencing intense flight or fight sensations during public engagements, an overwhelming feeling that would often leave him feeling anxious and out of control. These sensations were accompanied by bouts of irrational anger, episodes that bewildered him and those around him. "I just didn't know what was wrong with me," he confessed, highlighting the confusion and distress that marked his daily existence. It became clear that the unresolved grief from his mother's tragic death had been festering, eventually manifesting in what he described as a near mental breakdown. Recognizing the need for intervention, Prince Harry made the courageous decision to seek the help he had needed for so long. This decision marked the beginning of his journey towards healing and understanding his mental health. By 2020, he had been in therapy for 3 years, a commitment he discussed in greater detail at an event, as reported by Page 6. Through therapy, he began to process the trauma that had overshadowed his life for more than 2 decades. The fact that Prince Harry waited so long to seek professional counseling is a tragic reflection of the stigma surrounding mental health, especially within the context of the royal family and the pressures of public life. His delayed pursuit of therapy underscores the significant barriers that can prevent individuals from seeking the help they need, including societal expectations, personal pride, and a lack of awareness about mental health issues. Prince Harry's candid discussions about his mental health journey have not only been a form of personal catharsis, but have also contributed to a broader dialogue about mental health. By sharing his story, he has helped to break down some of the stigmas associated with mental health struggles, encouraging others to seek help and support. However, tragedies still continue in Harry's life. It does not stop, but just move from one platform to another. It is said that Harry lost his true love with Chelsea Davy on his own, and it was a great tragedy. The relationship between Prince Harry and Chelsea Davy has long intrigued royal watchers and fans alike. The couple began dating around 2004 and remained together with some breaks until 2009, as detailed in the book Harry, Life, Loss, and Love. Their romance sparked widespread speculation and hoped that Davy would eventually become a permanent fixture in the royal family. Many were convinced that Chelsea Davy was destined to marry Prince Harry and take on a royal title. However, despite their strong connection and shared history, the relationship ultimately ended, marking a significant and poignant chapter in Prince Harry's life. Prince Harry's relationship with Chelsea Davy was characterized by a deep bond and mutual affection. Davy, who hails from Zimbabwe, brought a sense of normalcy and groundedness to Harry's often tumultuous royal life. She played a supportive role during significant moments, including helping him craft his best man speech for Prince William's wedding. Her involvement in such personal and family events showcased the depth of their relationship and the important role she played in Harry's life. Despite the evident affection between them and the public's hopes for their future, the pressures and demands of royal life proved overwhelming for Davy. As she candidly shared in an interview with The Times, life with Prince Harry was crazy and scary and uncomfortable. The intense media scrutiny, constant public attention, and the rigid expectations of royal protocol were significant factors in her decision to end the relationship. The relentless paparazzi and the loss of personal privacy were too much for Davy, who ultimately chose to return to her more private life in Zimbabwe, away from the relentless spotlight. Then fate intervened, and he found love in Meghan Markle, now known as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Their love story captured the world's attention, but behind the glamour and splendor, the couple faced numerous obstacles. particularly from the relentless scrutiny and negative portrayal by the British press. The media's treatment of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle was not just invasive but often crossed the line into outright racism and prejudice. The British tabloids, in particular, subjected the couple to relentless and often unfounded criticism, publishing problematic stories that fueled public scrutiny and speculation. Meghan, in particular, bore the brunt of this negative attention, facing racist stereotypes and unfair characterizations in the press. The relentless hounding by the tabloids took a toll on the royal couple, affecting their mental health and well-being. The constant barrage of negative headlines and intrusive paparazzi coverage made it difficult for them to lead a normal life and fulfill their duties as members of the royal family. Despite their efforts to rise above the criticism and maintain a dignified demeanor, the damage inflicted by the press was undeniable. In response to the toxic media environment, Prince Harry and Meghan made the difficult decision to step back from their roles as senior members of the royal family. Their public statement to the leaders of major British tabloids, as reported by NBC News, was a firm rebuke of the unethical practices and harmful coverage they had endured. By refusing to cooperate with the tabloids, they sought to reclaim control over their narrative and protect their privacy and dignity. Then, the decision by Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, to step back from their royal roles in 2019 sent shockwaves through the world and marked one of the most extraordinary moments in the history of the royal family. Announced via the BBC, their departure from royal life was met with a mix of surprise, sadness, and speculation from both insiders and fans alike. Prince Harry, in particular, expressed great sadness at the decision, signaling the emotional weight of their choice. For many, the couple's departure from royal life represented a profound loss and a departure from tradition. Their decision to forge a new path outside the confines of royal duties was met with a sense of mourning by those who admired and respected the royal family. The couple's departure was not just a personal decision, but a seismic shift within the monarchy, prompting reflection on the role and relevance of the institution in modern times. The couple's final royal engagement, as recounted in an episode of the Royally Obsessed podcast Via Express, was a poignant moment that underscored the emotional toll of their departure. At the Mountbatten Festival of Music, Prince Harry appeared visibly emotional, with witnesses noting a sense of sadness and nostalgia as he received a standing ovation. His tearful demeanor spoke volumes about the difficulty of saying goodbye to a life he had known since birth, and the weight of the responsibilities he was leaving behind. Despite the evident sadness surrounding their departure, Prince Harry and Meghan felt compelled to make this difficult decision for their own well-being and that of their family. The intense media scrutiny and relentless public scrutiny had taken a toll on their mental health and happiness, leading them to prioritize their personal happiness and autonomy above their royal duties. While Prince Harry undoubtedly felt a sense of duty and obligation to his family and country, he also recognized the importance of charting his own course and living authentically. Their departure from royal life was not taken lightly, but was seen as a necessary step towards creating a more fulfilling and sustainable future for themselves and their son, Archie. The decision to step back from royal duties marked a turning point in Prince Harry's life, representing a break from tradition and the beginning of a new chapter filled with uncertainty and possibility. While the departure was undoubtedly a tragic moment for the royal family and their supporters, it also represented an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and forging a path that aligned more closely with their values and aspirations. However, when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made the unprecedented decision to step back from their roles as senior royals, they faced the consequential loss of their HRH, His or Her Royal Highness status, marking a significant departure from centuries of tradition. The HRH status is a coveted designation within the United Kingdom, historically reserved for the monarch's children and grandchildren. It carries with it a sense of royal privilege and recognition, symbolizing one's direct lineage to the reigning monarch. For Prince Harry and Meghan, the loss of their HRH status was a symbolic break from the royal establishment, signaling their desire for greater autonomy and independence. What do you think about the tragedies that William had to go through? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.